Hi everyone and welcome back to the Colour Cave where we like to play with art stuff. My name is Jem and I got up at 5:15 this morning to help Mr. Jem move cows and I got wet. So excuse the fuzzy hair this morning. I've had a bit of time to think about what to paint with our Cave Stash acrylic paints. To begin with, I was really at a loss and I wasn't really sure what to do. And then I went completely the other way and had too many ideas. So I've picked something that is going to be fun to paint, but also that's going to let me explore the medium a little bit more as well. So I'm really excited to get started today. I have a day off work today apart from moving cows this morning. So I'm looking forward to a relaxed afternoon of painting and just going on another little art adventure. So we'll get to top down view and we can get going. I had to put my jumper on because it's a little bit chilly now. Yeah, so I'm quite excited about this. I am entirely just looking forward to making a bit of a mess and kind of smooshing stuff about. I have picked quite a simple idea for this first painting of mine, so we're just going to see how it goes. I'm hoping most of you will appreciate it though, because it is quite relevant to other things that have been done in the cave just recently. So the first thing we're going to have to do is start with some sort of background, and this is the bit I'm really looking forward to. So I've got this plate, again this was the cheap plate that I had in the last video, and I just so that I can mix some colours on it. What I do want to do is a landscape, and I want it to be a sort of late evening sky, so kind of like going into night time. So we're going to have to mix some colours. The first thing that I want is to get that sort of gradient, and that's what I'm going to do first, and that's what I was talking about smooshing things about. So I'm just going to mix some paint and see what happens here. I think we better start with some ultramarine. Oh yeah. I'm still not really sure about how much I should be squeezing out quantity wise, but I suppose that's something we shall learn as we go along. And maybe a little bit of black as well. Oh. The trick with these bigger tubes is to squeeze them and hold them up high, and it gives you like a sort of drip that looks a bit like a bit of snot that comes out, and it's just easier to gauge it that way. And the other thing that we want is a purpley colour, so I'm going to take this lovely rose carmine colour. Oh sorry, permanent rose, not rose carmine. And I'm going to plonk that. Well, I suppose I should put it here really, shouldn't I? It's such a pretty colour, I really like it. And then I might not use this, but I'm going to put a little bit of yellow down here as well. So in terms of mixing, I'm going to do what I do with my watercolours. I have lots of these little triangular Faber-Castell brushes, and the bristles are quite firm on them, and these came in with packs of the gelatos, so I'm thinking I'm going to use one of them. So let's try and pull out some blue, and I'll just steal some black. Again, I'm not really sure of quantities at this point, because I don't want it to be black. Like a really sort of inky, indigo-y colour. Okay, that is far too much paint, but, that's kind of what I'm looking for, so happy days. Less and less is more next time. Less is more next time. Oh, little Lord. I have to remember this paint mixes. That this paint dries really quickly, so I can't be taking too long, I don't think, on what's going down here. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm just going to get stuck in with this big brush. I've been dying to use this brush for something. I've had this for ages, and now I have the perfect opportunity. So I am just going to go for it, and that is a really nice colour. I'm really pleased with that. Just going to slap this down, see what happens. I think I'm going to end up using way more paint than I think I am. Well, this is fun. I'm going to scoop up some more of this, and then I'm going to take this pink. Oh, my God, that was brave. I tell you what, having great fun. And I just want to try and like mix this together. I'll blend it together a little bit more. Oh yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna get some more of this pink. And then I'm just gonna lift this yellow as well. Oh no. And Like, see, just because I'm not trying to make this neat or like uniform, normally I'm really careful with these kinds of things. I have got dog hair everywhere today. Oh, that's the wrong yellow, dagnammit. All of my dogs are casting their coats just now. That was lemon yellow that I put out rather than, what did we decide this was? Cadmium yellow hue. This just lifting the paint straight off of here and slapping it in is so liberating, and kind of smooshing it together. This is great fun. I want to do this all day long, all day, every day. Yes, please, can I have this? And the answer, of course, is no, however. I'm just wondering how much manoeuvrability I've got here in between, because obviously, I mean, I can layer this up all I want. Let's get some more orange in there, why not? Oh, yes. Maybe I'll be really fancy and just stick some red down the bottom here for fun. I'm really enjoying the texture of this canvas and the paint together. It's nice. And I'm just gonna, why not? I'm just gonna bring this all the way to the bottom. I'm not gonna be too fussy at the bottom because I'll be doing quite a lot of painting over the top of that part, so it doesn't have to be all the way to the bottom. I don't think. Maybe I'll just do it anyway, just in case. Oh no. See, I've got some lines and stuff going on there. These colours are so fun as well. Like, this is just fun. I am perfectly aware at this point, everyone, that this looks as if a 5-year-old has painted it, and I am completely comfortable with that. Like, totally comfortable with it, not a problem, not an issue. I've just done it again, right? I'm going to use this lemon yellow because that's the second time I've picked out the tube. Let's see what happens down here if we do this. I don't actually think you're going to be able to see this bottom part at all, so I'm not overly concerned. This is just, yeah, let's just smash it all together. Go for it, just smash it all together. Cool. Look at that. Freaking awesome. Right, I'm going to leave this to dry and then we'll come back to it in just a little while. So I just, in this little plastic palette here, I've got some permanent rose, some of the cerulean blue and a little bit of black, and I mixed it up into this nice sort of purpley shade here, and I am literally at this moment just dabbing it onto the canvas, rather artistically, as I'm sure you will note. Oh geez. And I'm trying to keep this as loose as possible because it's not something that I normally do, and I just feel that the acrylic paint warrants it a little bit more. I said when I was testing out the supplies to begin with, I did feel quite sort of liberated at one point. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but it is now. That stands out a lot better on the camera than it looks here. I don't know whether it's just the way the light's hitting it, but yeah, this is interesting. I'm trying to be a bit more careful with paint quantities here now that I've got a bit more of a feel for it, but I don't seem to be able to get it right at all. I've either got like nowhere near enough or far too much. Great, so I've got white here. I'm not going to open the little tube of white because I have had this Big Mac Daddy for quite some time, so we're going to use that instead because it's already open. So I'm kind of using the plastic palette to keep my neat colours in, and this porcelain dish just for what's the word I'm looking for? Mixing. There we go, mixing. So let's take this white. I may have to water this down slightly, which makes me a little bit nervous, but concentrating. Okay, that'll do me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, like I had the idea in my head of what I wanted to do when I started. I have done no planning, like no rough sketches, nothing. I just wanted to come in and kind of like play with this. So I do find though, like, it's a little bit scary because I'm filming this and I know that people are going to judge me on this. Most of you are super nice and just kind of like come along for the ride, which is what the idea is. But some people will be like, what the hell is she doing? She has no clue what she's doing. And that kind of like, that gives me a bit of a thrill, I'm not going to lie, you know, because there's this chance that this might be absolutely terrible. Yeah, it kind of makes it more interesting. So, you know that way if you ever watch a film and you're not sure whether the main character is going to die or not at some point? It's kind of like that. Just makes it a bit more exciting. What is wrong with me? Yeah, so I figured that this is just the best way. Because I mean, really, I've got nothing to lose. You all know that I've never painted with acrylics in my life. So I might as well enjoy that freedom because it's not something that I normally allow myself if I'm working in a medium that I actually know what I'm doing, you know, like pencil. It's about the only time I know what I'm doing. So I've kind of like, oh, that's far too thick. I've kind of squished in some of these. They're meant to be cloud shapes. I don't know if that's what you can tell what they were. But I want to start adding in some of this and it is way too white. So if I just grab a tiny little bit of black, maybe I can mix this in here. Now I'm just finished saying that I wouldn't mix anything in this plastic palette and here we are. Pants on fire, Gem. So let's see if that looks a bit better. Not really. Nah. I just don't like how stark it is. Now the good thing about acrylic paint is you can just paint over the top of it. That's what we're going to do. So if I grab a little bit of this black here and maybe some of this blue. The black is very overpowering. Okay, so I've got this sort of dirty, smoky blue colour. And yeah, okay, that's actually blending in with the white quite nice. I think I might be too late over. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, so that's like a happy little accident. So we're going to just do more of that. I'm going to pick up some more of this. And I'm just going to leave the blue, that tiny little squidge of like petrol blue colour that I've made. I'm just going to leave it on there. I'm just kind of wanting to accentuate like edges of these clouds. I don't necessarily. They are going to have a bit of a highlight from below because obviously this is like the last of the sunset. So, but I would imagine there's going to be some slightly warmer colours coming from this underneath part. More dog hair. So every single one of the dogs are casting just now and it's causing me issues. I kind of feel the same way about clouds as I do with trees. I find it very relaxing just painting them basically. Because you can kind of do what you want with them and, you know, everything will still look okay. And I just want to get some of this kind of like flicky dry brush typeness going on here and really sort of obliterate that white line as much as possible. Because I don't think there's that many lines in clouds. Okay, right, yeah, I'm going to go for that. This is like gouache. I wonder how dry this is. Oh, not very. You can see like my swirly brush strokes on my moon. So I was just wanting to try and maybe fill some of them. Oh, Jock's got a bone now, goodness me. I hope you can all hear that. It sounds as if he's chewing on a brick. He's got one of these Nylabones and they're really, really hard. They're horrible. But the dogs seem to really like them because they're both power chewers. Yeah, so let's see if we can get some... camera's really struggling here because I'm not right on the canvas. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this in here as well. I kind of want a dry, like separate brush, like a clean brush. Just to kind of like blend that out a little bit. It's looking a bit funky, isn't it? Oh yeah. I've got that feeling that it's going a bit too well for considering it's the beginning of a painting and maybe I should just stop now while it still looks okay. Oh, ever the optimist. I found this teeny tiny crappy brush. Let's try some stars with this one. This will literally go in the bin after like the very second I've finished using it. Oh no. I really don't think my hand is steady enough today for detail work. the fact that I've already dropped a paintbrush once does not fill me with confidence, right? I don't want to do any more stars than that because I don't want to mess that up. I'm really just stalling because I don't want to ruin what I've already done with what is going to be the main part of the picture. You're probably all going to wonder what the hell I'm doing in this next part, but you're just going to have to trust me. See, I feel bad because I'm going to lose most of this. Maybe I could have had that down a little bit further. Yeah. Maybe I could have had it like here. That would probably have been sufficient. I should probably use my big brush again for this, because it is just literally straight paint. I need this to be as flat as possible though. Well, I don't need it to be, but I would like it to be. It's now Pip that has the Nylabone. She's stolen it from Jock, because she's a thief. I can see why you get acrylic paint in 120ml tubes. I know you get them bigger than that as well. You get like I think it's 250, and it's more in like a tub. I'm not enjoying the amount of paint I'm having to use here. It seems very wasteful. I'm just trying to get this nice and flat and as smooth as possible. This may not be as easy as I think. I'm really quite sad that I'm covering all this up, but it has to be done. I'm going to leave this for now. I don't think I'm going to be able to rescue it, but I might try. I'm going to use a smaller brush. I am really nervous about this. I don't know why, because I can just start over if it's not going to work out. I've come to the conclusion very, very quickly that these acrylic brushes aren't very good. You know, the ones that came in the kit. I am not really enjoying it all that much. I didn't expect them to be expensive brushes though, to be fair. I'm finding it hard to get some nice crisp lines as well. Okay, so we're kind of going for like a worm's eye view here. So this is obviously my tower. So you know what's coming next, don't you? So I'm sure you must have gathered by now, these are my paintbrush trees from my Imaginarium. And this is going to be my tower. I'm getting on a little bit better with this watered down as well. Kind of don't want to cover up my pretty cloud here, but I think we can actually go up and past it. Oh, you can still see most of it. Yeah, it'll be alright. So I kind of wanted like a slightly sort of off the wall, like skewed perspective, but still from a lot further down. I kind of wish I'd filled all this in one go as well, because this part's nice and smooth and this part's not going to be. I should be able to blend this out. That's one thing, like, see, when it comes to straight black paint, I've done this a lot, so it shouldn't be too bad. For everything else, I don't really know. I can't really say much, I don't think. So, but I just want to get this idea of, I really need to smooth, I actually don't want to smooth, I was going to say, I really need to smooth out the edge of this tower, but I'm just about to start adding different things to it anyway, so no, I don't actually. I don't know whether to put like maybe some bushes in here. I don't want too many trees. You know, I don't want to mess things up. I also don't really want to take away from this. Like, I've grown really attached to this absolutely wayward background that I did. I'm like secretly in love with it. It just seems a shame to cover it all up with black paint, but hey. I think if I was going to have a do-over, I would bring this much further down and have a much like sort of wider perspective point. But this is like what I'm saying about this. It makes me kind of want to rescue this a little bit, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm going to have to bring the tower all the way down, that's for sure, so that it's actually like standing on something. See, even if I just pop this down with this little brush and then just quick over the top like that. I don't know if I'll be able to cover this or not. I'm really like, I can't stop thinking about it because it's annoying me. I'm going to put another couple of drops of water down here into this, just this black acrylic, because it's much easier to work with. I feel it's a bit like gouache that way. I think I said that before when I was testing them out. Just enough water to make it mobile, you know, just to get past that, what I would call the gloopy stage. This one's too big. I don't like this one. That's just going to swallow up this other one as well. This is like a clump of trees on this side. Okay, I'm going to try and cover this up. I might as well be brave. I don't know if brave's the right word, stupid maybe. So I have some of this pinky. That's not going to work too well, is it? Maybe I should just get this red out. This is the cadmium red hue. Oh, that is not covering that up at all. Oh dear. It's barely obscured that at all. Anyway, we shall work at that. We shall work at that. That will be fine. Let's go with this and some watered down white. I don't know if this brush is going to cut it. It's pretty damaged. And I just want to get a little bit of detail in on this here tower to try and define some of what's going on. And there's going to be a tiny little window at the top, and then we'll maybe have one further down here. I don't know if I want to do this all the way down. And the thing is now, when we're coming down here, we're going to have to go into like the red. It's like a red edge. I don't even know if that will be worthwhile or not. Maybe just a little accent here and there. So go back to the cover up job here. See what's fresh. I'm just wondering if it's that good that I could smoosh it in. No. Once again, all that's happening is I'm destroying my really pretty background, and that's kind of what I didn't want to happen. So the idea here is that the moon light is only going to catch the tops of certain shapes, and it's only going to catch them in a certain way. This is good. This might help to define things a wee bit more here. Decide which ones are in front and which ones are behind. Yeah, maybe there's this one here. And maybe a little bit on these. Oh. Yeah, I think I might even just cut this off, like, because when you look at the painting as a whole, the idea is that you're getting that feeling that you're sort of going into a worm's eye view, but I just feel as if I've got too much black here. I wish I'd been a bit more creative with that. The top, like, see if you cut that off though, I'm really happy with the top half of this painting. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. I'm going to leave this to dry, and I'm going to see if I can fix this mistake and sort of tidy this up a little bit, and then I might be kind of happy with it. Alright, so I've had a few goes at covering up these lines, and I also did the test. I asked various family members if they could see where I'd tried to cover things up, and from a distance no one noticed that this was sort of smudged out, and I have tried to smudge it out as much as possible. So that's kind of like the acid test, and no one really noticed, so I'm just going to call it a day at that. My regrets are obviously not planning this out any better, and also having this sort of foreground part as high up. I think next time I would still have the curvature so that I could have this sort of slight worm's eye view, but I would have it much further down so that you could see more of the lovely colour that I had underneath, because I actually really like the background in this. So I'm just going to side it at the bottom. I'll try and use this kind of watered down white paint, and it has hardened up a bit because I have been away to let this dry. I've been away walking my dogs and I got wet, so I've had to change my jumper again. Got absolutely soaked. Good Scottish weather for you. I don't know what it is as well when it comes to signing my name. I always feel as if it should be done in the medium that I'm using. You know, I could just use like a white paint pen, like a Posca pen or something, but I think I like to keep it in keeping with the rest of the image. It's like a historic building in a village or something, I don't know. The paint is quite gloopy, but it will manage. I don't know if you could hear that noise in the background. That was a hairdryer. Mama Gem's soaking as well. She came out walking too, and she's had to go and get the hairdryer out. That'll do me. So let's get this tape off and we can look at the finished product. So we'll just take our time. It is nice to have this sort of crisp white line round the outside. Even if it's quite an amateurish painting like this, it just gives it a sort of a more finished veneer, I think. And plus it's fun pulling the tape off. Okay, that's not too bad. There we go. Okie dokie, so let's have a look at the finished article. Zoom in a little bit. Oh, whoa, not that much. There we go. And I have to say, see, for a first attempt, I really enjoyed myself. I'm actually quite taken with acrylics just straight off the bat, which is quite unusual for me. It usually takes me a wee while to warm to the idea of a medium, but this is great fun, and I love the intensity of the colour in the background without it being this sort of bright, garish, you know, really sort of childish artwork, although it's got that kind of fun feel to it. So I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I'm really glad that you guys asked for acrylic paint. I'd love to know your thoughts on it as a medium. I'd also love to know your thoughts on the picture and what you think of it for a first attempt. So all that's left to do is thank you very much for watching, and again for participating in the cave stash, and we shall see you back in the cave for another video real soon. So have a good day everyone, and stay safe, and bye bye for now.